Yeah, that's always a tough road trip. It's the longest road trip for us in the RMAC to Black Hills and South Dakota School of Mines. Played really well the first night, and I think we kind of took them out with first contacts. Two of my first contact specialists, both really good passers, defenders, and servers. So it wasn't super competitive, but I think we deserve a lot of credit, or our team does, because they played really well that night. And then the next night, kind of that same hiccup we had against Western State, where we just didn't come out with a huge sense of urgency in that first set, and lost that first set to South Dakota School of Mines, but responded really well and ended up winning the next three. So it was a good weekend. I think we keep proving over and over that we have one of the more balanced offenses in the RMAC. That any given night, one of our people on the offensive side can step up and lead the team in kills, and I also feel like we're really solid on defense. I think we're still first or second in the conference in getting aced, or the fewest aces allowed. So I'm really proud of that stat. So go ahead.
Allison, a freshman on this year's squad, you got Jordan here to your left, and then Cursor, of course. What has it been like to be able to learn from them and come in and play such a big role right away?
Definitely at first it was a lot of work, because coming into this I didn't know what to expect, and not really knowing JoJo or Kurt that well, it was definitely pretty intimidating too, coming in as a freshman and having to fill in a spot and not know where I belonged on the team. But JoJo and Kurt really supported me through it all, and even if I am having my rough days, they're always there for me. And just being a freshman and just having that support from the upperclassmen is also just a huge thing for me, and knowing that everybody has my back no matter what's going on, or if I'm having a rut in serve receive, or if I'm not getting the defensive plays that I need to make, that they're always there for me. And JoJo, especially since she's kind of closer to my age, she and I have connected really well over the season so far, and I'm really glad that I'm going to be able to be with her for the next few years that she's here with me.
Jordan, Coach was describing you earlier in the week and today as confidence killers, which obviously applies to our team in practice, but do you take that kind of same mentality into a match and killing the confidence of the other team?
I mean, I never really thought of it that way, but he says it all the time, and I mean, I guess in a way we are confidence killers, but it wouldn't be like that without our offense attacking us all the time. So I don't like to say that against them, because they just make us better, They've been drilling balls at us for so long now. We wouldn't be the defenders we are without them.
Yeah, she's a little sensitive to that. She cares about her teammates and doesn't want to take their confidence. So. But you don't give them kills.
Well, it's complicated.
Yeah.
Question?
For the two of you, how much fun is it? I mean, Coach has talked all season about this defense, and he's got, at any time, basically 3 liberos on the floor, it could be. But how much fun is it to dig up a ball that the other side knows is going down, and just absolutely, like I said, you're soul crushers. I mean, the confidence killers, but you can also kind of just crush the other team's attack. How much fun is that for you guys?
Got it.
I'd say it's very fun just being able to make those big plays, because for us especially, if anybody makes a really good dig on this team, everybody is really excited for them, and even though we are in the same position, we still support each other through everything. So just knowing that we're able to make those plays is just a huge opportunity for us to get another kill, and just giving our team another opportunity to be able to earn more points. And I feel like our defense has done a really good job of that this year.
I agree with that. I feel like it's such a good feeling, honestly. I mean, sometimes I don't even know if it's going to be up, and that's the best. I kind of just throw myself around, and then when it works, it feels really good.
No fear for hitting the floor, because you do it all the time, but that's one of the things. I mean, and it gets the crowd involved too. When you guys lay out and get the ball up, and then your crowd just kind of goes nuts. Does that just make you want to do that the next point too?
I mean, yeah. I mean, every ball that comes, I want to touch it. Even if I think that I can't reach it, I just want to, you never know what will happen. So, yeah.
I'd also say that one of our mottos that a lot of us like to go by is just even sticking an arm out. You never know what you can reach. So as long as you just stick something out and just try and go for it, you'll be really surprised with what you could get up.
is serving really tough last week. I was it nine aces in the one match, or 12? 12.
12, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was just one of those matches where whatever you were calling was, the zone was working right, or have you just been working more?
Well, I want to take all the credit, but I can't. I just say that because Coach Scaff wasn't able to travel last weekend, and so he's the one that usually calls serving, and I took over. But we've been working on serving tougher, or really emphasizing it probably for a month, and it just takes a while, and starting that from 0-0. It's kind of our philosophy that we have to force the other team out of system. And to do that, we have to serve tough. And then kind of the aces are the gravy on top of that. If we can get them out of system and force them to set their outside and we can set up our defense, we feel like we're going to be pretty successful. And our issue was being comfortable serving tough. In practice, we were doing it really well. But I think we kind of had a breakthrough this weekend in South Dakota where people were just getting more comfortable serving tough in match time.
See, Allison, you had, a really good serving weekend. Is it just calming down a little bit? Everybody's watching you at that one point, and if I don't get it over the net, I didn't do my job. What's the key to going back and being calm but staying aggressive with it?
My biggest thing was, I know at the beginning of the season I wasn't serving my toughest, so I kind of had to go back to the basics, and I did a lot of extra reps with the coaches. And I also just critiqued my serve a little bit and took shorter steps, so I just had to remind myself that, when I'm in a game, I know JoJo has her own thing before she goes back and serves. She can sing a song in her head or, do anything to help her out. So I kind of just go back, and my thing is I just take a deep breath before every single serve, and I think about just the ball going over and just hitting it, with a flat hand and just making sure that I get it in.
Is there a particular song, or?
It's not a Beatles song.
It's not a Beatles song. It changes. It's just whatever song is stuck in my head. I just sing it in my head and do my same routine every time, and then it's feels like I'm at practice, just having fun.
Clear your mind a little bit?
Yeah, it's kind of just my zen, just calm.
She's in the woods, isn't she?
She is related.
So, Coach, five in a row. Talk about how you guys too. Talk about how exciting it is to come back to your home crowd, your home arena.
Yeah, we don't have enough home matches. We love playing here. I think we usually get 8 or 9 a season. So, but we're always happy to be at home. We feel like we have the best crowd in the RMAC consistently, day in and day out. So it's always good to be back home. And I keep emphasizing to these guys, you only get 40 opportunities in your entire career to play in front of our crowd. But obviously we're really successful here too, so that helps. Other teams don't like to play here. So, but yeah, if we'd schedule them all at home if we could. So.
I love playing at home. My family can come watch easier, and our friends can also come watch, and just the environment is super cool to be in. Yeah.
Shout out to the beach team. They're our biggest cheerleaders. So.
Just to go along with that, it is easier for my family to come and watch the games, and I also feel like the community here is just such a big, it's honestly really supportive, and it's really nice to go out there and play games, know that everybody has your back, and just that you're able to get a crowd that's there to be there for you and just have a really good time doing it.
This week, not to look forward, but Saturday, a match with CC Columbus right there, tied in the standings. A little extra emphasis on that one, or is it still just one day at a time?
Yeah, it's tough. UCCS is a good team. They're a solid team. So we can't really look past them. I've actually scouted both already, but I don't want them really necessarily looking past UCCS. I think you get in trouble if you do that. They're both really good teams, and I'm glad we get them at home. But yeah, I think we're all aware that Pueblo's tied with us in the standings, and come seeding time for the RMAC tournament, NCAA tournament, we understand that that's going to be a big match. But a loss to UCCS would affect us a lot more. So we got to take care of business first.
Chris, when you're on the back row, obviously serve receive is a little easier to get a decent pass to your front row or to Sabrina. But when you guys are scrambling on defense, one, you've got to keep the ball up, but you've also got to give Sabrina something she can handle. Is it just, I'm going to get it up and I'm just going to trust her to run all over the floor and find the ball?
I feel like every time I just, during defense at least, try to get it as high as I can, because then at least somebody can touch it. If it's not Sabrina, somebody else will. And save them for serve receive. If I'm not passing well, if just get it high in the middle, Sabrina can make a play every time.
Yeah, I'd say a lot for all of us that serve receive is one of the most things that it's like the most technical, and also it's the most, gives me the most anxiety too. Just because when you're back there, you have to make sure that you get the ball up, and just making sure that you give your setter a ball that she can at least handle and get her hands on, and you're able to set up a hitter. So I feel like a lot of us just go through that with defense and serve receive, is just getting the ball as high as you can in the middle of the court and just seeing what we can do with it.
Guys, so you know Sabrina and Ms. Lehman got athlete of the week. Did you just share some converse about those?
Just
Well-
Sabrina this week.
What?
Just Sabrina this week.
Oh.
Both of them got it last week. I think it was just Sabrina this
It
week.
was just Sabrina this week. Okay.
Do we have to? She's right there.
Okay. I saw it. Now I'm on a 2 weeks today.
Yeah.
Well,
Hype her up a little bit.
yeah. Sabrina is like obviously an amazing setter and super comfortable to play with her. I know that even if I don't get the best pass, she's gonna get a good set out of it somehow, some way. You know, so I love playing with her. She's super competitive, and that, you know, spreads throughout our team. But yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that Sabrina is a really competitive person to play with, and that just makes all of us better. And no matter what's going on, like outside of volleyball for her, like she's always coming in with such a great attitude and just showing and giving it her all, and like no matter what, like it's in practice or a game. So I really appreciate her for doing that, and also like just kind of giving us time to like get our serve receive like in a groove, especially like if we don't get her the best pass, she's always willing, and she's always like super happy for us no matter what.
Yeah, I will say that I think Sabrina gets a lot of freedom from us too, because we trust her so much. I mean, for you guys that don't know volleyball that well, she's basically our quarterback, and we're not calling plays from the sidelines. So I mean, she sees the situation, she knows what to do, and she calls what she needs to do, or sets what she needs to set. So we do feel that at least in our gym, that Lehman was the defensive player of the week and Aaron Curl was the offensive player of the week, but that didn't happen with the RMAC. But we think they had very good weekends as well. So.
Question of the week?
Question of the week.
What is
What is
your favorite Starburst flavor?
your favorite Starburst flavor?
Okay. I like the tropical Starburst. I like the pineapple one, so the yellow one.
I probably like the strawberry one the most, just from the original flavor, so the pink one.
I'm gonna have to go strawberry as well. Yeah. It's probably been a couple years since I've had a Starburst, but do you have any? If you're gonna ask that question, you should really have Starburst available. All right. Okay. All right. All right.